And it's all gone now, so this should be pretty good. Noelle.
Sadly, I don't think I'm going to be as cool as my former speechers. I have, unfortunately, a script. It's just something to give me some sort of an indication as to where to go from. But yeah, Claire asked me some months ago to make a speech at her wedding, and I strive on situations that make me absolutely terrified. So I thought I'll rise to the opportunity. So yes, Mr. and Mc Nally, Mr. and Mrs. Mc Nally. I stumbled over that. My great friends. My speech is more about, I suppose, meeting Claire post the 14th of December 2006, because I think Ray will talk more about that later on. But most of you will probably agree that you meet most of your best friends when you're sort of in your formative years and maybe through school, all these people, college, work colleagues at university and so on. However, I only moved to Sligo 8 years ago, and I didn't know anybody in this town, and I was desperate to find a place to live, and in the hope that I would meet some really good people in that move. And boy, did I land on my feet. I'd heard of this retreat-like venue. It was this house. They had a spare room. The place was called Kevinsford Heath. These ladies know it very well. And I say these ladies because most of the men at this table don't know it. But yeah, when I moved to Sligo, I moved into Kevinsford Heath, and it was really at the outset myself and Claire and Anya, and then later Donna, Roisin, Smithy, Anna, and many more people in and out all the time. But yeah, Claire was this sort of amazing person that taught me all about Sligo, introduced me to the ways of the world there. Now I know that everybody says that she's a great teacher. That's what I've heard. She taught me how to drive. Ironically, I only learned how to drive 8 years ago. And I don't know in the classroom if it's appropriate to scream and shout and laugh at your pupils. But she did that consistently. But I know that stalling a car on a busy street in Sligo is nobody's idea of fun. So thanks for that, Claire. And I drive the country miles and miles, but I do quite well at it. Anyway, moving into Kevinsford Heath, I discovered that these people had very keen interests, predominantly in the performing arts. We were all very keen in the performing arts in the form of dance, really, is really the only way I can describe it. Also, we had a very keen interest in exercise, again, mostly in the form of dance. But thankfully, we found one venue in Sligo that allowed us to sort of, to express ourselves in this way, and that was a nightclub in Sligo called Tops. We got a good opportunity to express ourselves there, didn't we? We also shared a very keen interest in the finer things in life, such as food and wine. I'm sure most of you will agree that ham and coleslaw sandwiches, along with blue nun, is a fine diet. It worked for us for many years anyway. But most of you, many people here have been invited to Kevinsford Heath for a coffee. Some for a little bit more on occasion. It was a really calm place. It was a great neighbourhood, wonderful neighbours, and we were really well liked in the neighbourhood. We had a really good setup there, to be honest, and I'm not saying the guards never had to come round. Maybe once or twice. It was just because of loud music, and some people don't like loud music, and we like to dance, so therefore we like loud music. But Claire had this way about her, she could the guards would have headed off home feeling very confident that the music was going to be turned down and that everything was in order. Yeah. So thanks for keeping the law on our side, Claire. Anyway, yeah, I suppose moving to Sligo meant that I got to meet Claire, and I now stand before you as her bridesmaid. And on behalf, I think, I can